Well, folks, it's a cold, gray day, and I'm in Indianapolis. That can mean only one thing. The Performance Racing Industry Show is back in Indy 2025. Here we go. If you are anybody involved in the racing scene, whether it's drag racing, road racing, vintage racing, dirt track racing, whatever kind of racing, gasoline, ethanol, methanol, nitrous, whatever it is, you need to be here. Performance Racing Industry Show every single year here in downtown Indianapolis is always an incredible time. I take you guys through my version of this every single year. It's time to do it again. I promise I will talk as little as I possibly can. I will talk to as many people as I possibly can, show off as many vendors as I possibly can, and I'll share it with you guys. It's a nice, beautiful 28-degree gray day here in Indianapolis, but fortunately, I'm going to spend most of my time inside the convention center. I'm gonna go pick up my credentials and get talking to people. So a little talking is possible, I promise. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoy it. PRI Show 2025 through my eyes. Here we go. This is an interesting new addition. You can't even get to the road in front of the convention center this year. Normally this is packed with people being picked up and dropped off. Not this year. Oh, heat. There we go. This is pretty early on a Thursday morning, which is the first day of the show. In my mind, this is the best time to get here if you are actually trying to have some conversations about business. So Saturdays are usually a little crazier. Thursdays, Fridays are really great days to get in here and kick some tires and talk to some people that you need to talk to. And I got a lot of people to talk to. It's a great way to talk to the vendors and manufacturers of the parts that we actually use in the shop. For those of you who are unfamiliar with us, we are a small shop in central Ohio, just outside of Columbus. Do a lot of hot rod, classic car stuff. Maintain race cars and do a lot of custom suspension stuff for the drag race boys, no prep guys, street racing channel, old man's garage, Gen 2 garage, all those guys. So got a whole lot of conversations with people of parts we actually use. We'll get my credentials so I can be official, and then we'll get into the show. All right, I am officially official. Let's get in here and get this show started. There are multiple different halls. If you've never been here before, it's huge. Wear some nice walking shoes. This does take about 2 days to get through everything, depending on how much you stop and talk to people. So this is the very, very beginning of one hall, and then there's more hall, and then there's more hall, and then there's more over that way. Of course, you got your street outlaw guys that are in here. Farm Truck Nation. Lots of the street outlaw guys come in here every single year. Obviously, they are a big force in the drag racing world. It's always great to see them out here shaking hands and kissing babies and supporting the brands that support them, make what they do possible. If you guys have watched any of my Hot Rod Power Tour stuff in my AMX, where I have almost died of heat stroke a couple of times, DEI is literally the guys that have kept me alive, and I always make sure I swing by and see you guys when I'm in here. What is new with you guys this year?
So we have a number of new things. Our first one is our adaptive shield. So this is a very thin aluminum, 4,000 thick, with a layer of fiberglass scrim on the back. And the reason we came out with this was we have a lot of guys that want to cover complicated shapes, like master cylinders in particular. And wrapping the heavier shields around it is really cumbersome, and they're hard to get on and off when you have to service. So this is basically like think of it as a super heavy-duty aluminum foil. Wraps around, the scrim helps keep everything together, adds to the heat resistance of it, and you can put it on, take it off. So this one's got no adhesive, nothing holding it on other than bending it itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is just held by tension, essentially.
Just held by tension.
Okay. And it's basically the same material?
It's a little thinner than the material we use on the floor and tunnel. The aluminum's a little thinner. And we add a fiberglass scrim to the back of it.
Nice. So this is
Adaptive Shield. And it comes in a 17 by 12 sheet.
Okay. Available directly through you and where
Directly
else?
through us, Summit, Jegs, all the normal guys.
Okay.
And then we're just introducing it today is the first day it's been seen. So
perfect.
It's going to be it'll be in most of our distributors' hands within the next month or so.
Awesome. I'm sure I need some of that.
I might be able to help you out.
I know a guy.
So the next one is our boom mat damping material. We came out with a new version of it. So it uses our same butyl rubber on the bottom, but we use a sound absorbing felt on the top now.
Okay.
And this was really designed to help applications that are very noisy inside. This was really set up for the side-by-side market.
Okay.
Where there are the hard tops, very loud inside.
Sure.
This helps make that much more tolerable to drive. But it also makes a great product for doing headliners in an old truck that doesn't have a headliner. It's got a steel roof in it.
Sure.
Stick it to the roof. When you butt it together, the seam pretty much disappears.
I was gonna say this almost could just be the headliner.
And that's what it is. That's what we've been using it for.
I happen to not have a headliner in my 1970 Le Mans.
So, applications for that it's great for.
Yeah.
I think the way I set it up.
This is a product we've had for a couple of years now. But we're selling it into the RV market as OE product. So this is an underhood insulation that most of the Class A motorhomes you see going down the road use our product in it now.
Oh, okay.
So we just made a kit to do the doghouse covers or the engine covers in the Class A. Just an easy one-part number kit for guys to replace the old worn-out product.
Nice. So you actually are doing that for OEMs?
We do, yes. We do that for OEMs. We pre-cut them, they put them in, and we send them pre-made kits.
Nice.
This product, this is one of the more exciting products we have. So this is our standard stainless tie. One of the issues we've always had with our stainless ties that people ask us about is how do you get them tight?
Yep.
So you're trying to stretch a stainless steel piece over hard pipe.
Sure.
It doesn't tighten up. When you put the wrap around it, it gives you a little bit of cushion. You can get it a little bit tighter. So thought about the problem and said we need a spring in the tie.
Sure.
So we crimp a wave into it now, and that acts as the spring.
Okay.
Now when you tighten it up, this gives it tension, and it holds the tie tight.
So these come pre-wavy?
Yep. They're pre-grooved.
Interesting. Okay. And then these will still cinch down with like your classic.
Yep. It's the same tie. We stamp a spring into it now.
Gotcha.
A little more. It's a little more to it than that. There's a couple other things we do to it to give it that spring tension.
Yeah.
But
it'll install the same way that we've
installs
always
the
used.
exact same way. Yep.
Nice.
And it stays tight.
Yeah.
We've been had it in service now on some of our race teams and things like that for about a year now, testing it, and it works great.
Yeah, my initial thought would be when you're header wrapping and all the vibration and all the heat cycling you to go through, those ties tend to kind of get a little loose.
They do, yeah.
So
these stay tight.
That makes sense.
So that's I'm excited about that product.
Cool.
And then we're also introducing a new bike cover. That's basically it's a seat and tank cover for when you're out in the sun to keep the seat and tank cool.
Sure.
It's a fabric. It comes with elastic ends on it. You can stretch it over, hook it on your bike real quick. Comes off, very lightweight. Comes with a gnome bag that goes up into a small package.
Okay.
And then we have one more product I'll show you over here. So we've had customers call us with Jeeps, mainly the JK from 07 up all the way through the current model Jeeps. They run the exhaust directly underneath the crossover, underneath the pan.
Yep.
And most applications, when you're driving down the road, not a problem. The guys that go off and do some off-roading, even guys that weekend off-roaders, that exhaust starts to cook the transmission pan and the fluid inside of it. So what we did, they make 3 different transmissions for those model Jeeps. We pre-cut a shield that just self-adheses right to the bottom of the pan.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that one's for the early, the 07 transmissions. We do them all the way up to the current model.
So this is just a form sheet. You buy it, peel the stick, boom,
Stick
done.
it on, done.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very simple. Don't have to take the pan off to put it on. And it solves that problem of cooking the transmission fluid low-speed applications.
One of the things that I've always been a big fan of is companies that will adapt and actually address whatever an issue is in the market. Like, okay, clearly there's an issue with this. Let's make a product for it.
Yeah.
You already make the stuff. Let's just make it work. So
yeah, so it's for us. I look for that all the time.
Yeah.
I rely on customers to give me feedback. I go out on forums all the time and looking for issues.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I can solve an issue for a specific issue, problem for a guy, and we can make a product for it that's easy and reasonably priced to put on, I'm all for it.
And you guys are an American company based in
Ohio,
Cleveland area.
Yep, Avon Lake, just outside of Cleveland.
Yeah, there you go. Mike, always a pleasure. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. DEI, I'm sure you already know about them. Whole lots of new products coming out this year. Let's keep walking. ProCharger's got all the celebrities here. Kyle Loftus of Mr. 1320 Video himself there. I don't know. What do you think? Something like that? On one of my Pontiacs? I think it'd fit. It'd look nice. The Rotson, for those of you who are fitting in Freiburger fans, or possibly Jimmy Dale fans. Pretty unique vehicle. it's had some fun, for sure. Been used, abused, put away wet, especially after Jimmy Dale drove it. If you haven't seen his experiences with this thing, it's worth a watch on the YouTubes. Hey, look, Taylor's. Dennis and Alex Taylor, if you don't know her, you better know her. WireCare booth, obviously for anybody who is in the world of wiring. Unfortunately, I'm about to jump into that world of wiring. WireCare booth always also has some great people and some great products. What you got going on this year?
Yeah, so my name is Jeff. So this year so far is something new. Alex Taylor partnered with us with WireCare. She's launching one of her new kits. She has 3 different options. We're offering 20% off on our website on our kits if you order on the website. And if you come over here, we have a wide variety of cable management solutions. We do sleeving, we do Deutsch kits. You can either buy them as a kit or you can buy them individual as pieces. We sell the crimpers, we sell the removal tools, we do anything for Gola. And like I said, we have strippers, Deutsch, heat shrink. We do heat shrink printing here. So
nice.
Yeah, so we can label your wires as well. So anything in the wire management realm, we can help out. So
absolutely. Very cool. For those of us who run cars that are maybe a little bit sketchy, a little bit hot, smart idea?
Smart idea, yeah. So that's heat resistant up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
But we do have sleeves that are heat resistant up to 500 degrees and 1200 degrees. Okay. So if you need something a little bit more, we got it. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Of course.
I didn't want to get Alex on camera because she's busy talking with somebody, but Alex, if you do see this, again, congratulations on the wedding. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being an amazing young lady. Oh, you're not even a young lady anymore. You're getting older. But it's really cool for all of us who are kind of old hats watching you come up through the entire scene and all the things you've done in your life. And you continue to be amazing and continue to reach for new things. And we are all very proud of you. Keep doing that awesome stuff that you're doing. And again, congratulations. Nikki, well done, sir. You scored yourself a hell of a woman. One of the best parts about this show, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. One of the best parts about this show is the fact that essentially everybody in this building is in this industry. They're builders, they're racers, they're suppliers, they're vendors, they're manufacturers. They're all here. They're creators. You name it, these people are here. If you would like to see the old man's garage brand new 55, there she is. Looks like Bill's over there doing an interview. But this thing literally just came off a trailer, just had the interior finished a couple of days ago. House of Pearls did the paint work on this thing, and it is as close to a brand new 55 as you can possibly get. It does have some original sheet metal to it, but this is as good as you can build them. As good as you can build them. Bill's extremely excited to have this car back in his family. He's had this in his family. He actually basically grew up in this car. I'll see if I can get Bill on camera here in a bit. But it's a great experience because you have everybody that's really, really interested in a part of this industry. It's not just people that are here for autographs and free stickers and catalogs and that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to really touch the people that are the movers and shakers in this industry. I'll try to catch Bill and Scott at some other point. They're constantly busy talking with people. We had a little bit of a chance to talk. If you're not familiar with it, that is a House of Pearls creation. It has come back absolutely fantastically. As far as they took this car apart and brought it back together again to look that nice, absolutely awesome. Now, Bill, to enjoy it, I suggest you take it, put it in the trailer, pick up Vicky, and head straight to Florida. Put some miles on that thing and some memories. Well, if you watched any of our engine stuff, or specifically our engine dyno stuff, you're going to recognize these guys. This is ATM Carburetors. It's a great American company, family owned. These gentlemen actually own and run this company, small company, and they make a fantastic range of carburetors. Everything from a real basic thing all the way up to crazy race car stuff, boost reference carburetors, depends on the body style, whatever you want. Old Man's Garage, you're going to recognize those guys. Bill, this is the OMG series, Old Man's Garage, his 650 to 1050 series. They build all kinds of stuff. If you have watched any of our dyno stuff, specifically like the 351 Windsor we just recently ran, that is with a 750 ATM carburetor. And the neat thing that's different with these guys versus everybody else, where you just buy a carburetor, it comes in a box, you bolt it on, then you got to make some changes. They actually have kind of an interview process when you buy a carburetor from these guys. So when you call in, you're going to talk to someone from the American South, and you're going to go through a process where they're going to ask you a bunch of questions as far as the application of your carburetor. What kind of car is it going? What kind of motor is it going in? How much compression? What kind of camshaft? What kind of gear? What transmission? What's the application that you're going to be using it in? They want to actually know that kind of stuff, because then they actually specifically build your carburetor to suit whatever you're going to be doing in your specific application. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. You literally just take this thing out of the box, bolt it on, ready to rock and roll, and it makes good power. You may be able to do a little tweaking with a screwdriver here and there, but generally speaking, it's going to be pretty much perfect out of the box. We have run a ton of these things on vehicles of ours, as well as Bob McVay of McVay Automotive, Uncle Bob McVay Motorsports, now here on YouTube. By the way, congratulations, Bob, on your fantastically successful YouTube channel already. But we literally just take these carburetors out of the box, bolt them on, and very rarely do we have to make any adjustments besides maybe a little bit of screwdriver twirling. So we were talking about the interview process that you guys do as far as the carburetors go.
Yes.
And that's, as far as I'm concerned, one of the big things that differentiates you guys is quality and care with your customers.
Yes.
You actually go through this whole process with every customer that orders stuff.
Well, we try to. If you call in, or if you even go on our website, we have a customer text sheet on there. The more information you give us, as far as, the size of the motor, compression, the weight of the car, fuel, size of the tire, gearing, everything, know. I mean, it's better suited for you. It's not a out-of-the-box carburetor. It's custom built for you, you know. So as much information as you can give us, the better out of the box it's going to be, and we engine test every single one of them. So if you've bought an E85 carburetor, it's actually had E85 run through it. Same for alcohol, pump gas stuff. We use 110 VPs, kind of who we use as far as that stuff, but it's race fuel that's went through it for a street application, a race application, just any application. Everything's 100% engine tested,
That's awesome.
We ensure it doesn't leak, it's going to fire right up. So if you buy one, take it out of the box, put it on, fire it up before you touch a screw, you know? And you may have to adjust the idle out of the box a little bit. Other than that, you don't have to touch it at all.
That's absolutely amazing.
So
especially for people that are scared about, oh God, I don't want to get into the carburetor world.
Yeah.
You make it a lot easier.
We try to make it a lot easier, We try to build them suited for you, That's why we ask so many questions that we ask. Some people don't like it, and then some people really appreciate it.
Yes.
So it goes a long way,
And you guys are a small company, but you've all been in the carburetor world for
a long time, Yeah, the name's new to the industry. We've been doing it a little while now, but we're definitely not. We've been around it for a long time. So everybody there's, former working at somewhere else, as far as carburetor companies. But yeah, we try to do a lot of pride in what we do.
Oh, absolutely.
Take care of the customers, and quality and customer service is where it's at. So
everything we all complain about that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
These guys are your guys. You're in Kentucky?
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling
Yep.
Green.
You can walk in the door and talk to us about buying one. You can watch us build it. You can watch us test it. So there's no closed door secrets around there.
That.
So yeah, we don't mind it. We'll show you. So
that's awesome.
We don't mind.
Thanks for giving me some time.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy it.
Let's keep walking. Well, we talked about carburetors. Now let's talk about the other side of that. Modern stuff, fuel injection. We're over here at Aces EFI, and if you've paid attention to our channel, you've seen us use a bunch of Aces stuff. We've been very, very happy with theirs, but they have new stuff.
Yeah.
As always, you have more new stuff.
Always.
Daniel, what is this?
So this is our new display that Tim put together for us. It's showcasing a couple new products that we got out. Our new 8-inch display with a new UI. It's kind of real neat because you can actually change and customize your own dash display. It has several different options. One really cool one that I like to see, and a lot of people will be excited about, is if they hit right there, they can personalize it. They can put their own color on it. They can put, say for instance, they can upload through a USB drive. I can select this one, hit save. Boom, there it is. And that's a real nice, crisp display.
Yeah.
So the 8-inch can be a whole dash replacement. It can be, if you don't want to do that, we have Bluetooth modules also to, just use your phone on, but, it's kind of new stuff. Also, second thing we got now is our can hub. A lot of people are asking, hey, can I tie together more than one thing? This makes this possible, whether it be, our Killshot Fusion, which is our new throttle body unit, has the ECU inside, the quick draw, transmission controller. We have, EGT can, so you can read those exhaust gas temperatures. Your AFR module, standalone, you can use that standalone or with the ecosystem. But back to our throttle body, this is the new fresh, cleaner wiring. We do it better because we have automotive grade technology in this thing, so you ain't got to worry about interference.
And this is a brand new, I don't think you had this out last time I talked to you guys.
This was probably, I want to say July that we released this.
Okay.
It's been a very popular product, very affordable price. Of course, that's what Ace is about, for the people, affordable price. But still standard 650 horsepower, can do draw through, blow through, all the above.
Okay, so it does have the ability to handle boost?
Yes.
EFI, or E85?
E85, it does have to be tuned.
Okay.
You'll have to go in and increase the fuel tables, but yes.
Okay. And this is all brain inside this, yeah?
Yes, it is.
So instead of having a separate.
We found that people wanted a cleaner look.
Sure.
I know our kind of what we've been preaching for years has been ECU outside, so you don't have the interference. But we still had people asking for this. So listening to what people want, that's what we did.
Absolutely. That makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. I'll be honest, I like the way that mine is with the divorced brain, because to me it takes the heat and the vibration and stuff away from all of my electronics, but I do totally also understand that.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very reasonable product. And something you touched on was the fact that you listen to your customers. People were asking for it, thus you have made it.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. We were talking with ATM Carburetors a little bit ago, and they're a very similar situation. They pay attention to their customers, and whatever their customers tell them they want, they'll work on it.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like to see. So also, while I have you, I happen to be finishing off the build with Uncle Bob McVay of a 351 Windsor small block Ford, and we're about to start a 350 Windsor small block Ford rebuild for a customer of ours. Do you offer a multi-port fuel injection system for a small block Ford?
Yes, we do. You want to walk this way?
Yes.
Let's walk down here.
This is a little bit selfish of me. Bear with me. But we have a customer's 351 Windsor that was in a later gen Fox body. And for those people who don't want to go, 1980s technology, not the greatest. You're gonna have to build a prom chip to be able to support all this stuff, and not the greatest. So you either go forward in time or backward in time. Well, if you don't want to go backward in time to a carburetor, going to a multi-port system makes a ton of sense.
Right. So of course this is on a Mopar, but we have the same setup for small block Chevy, big block Chevy, small block Ford, big block and small block Mopar. But basically our Wildcard 2 ECUs outside, you know, it's of course it is. 8 injectors, customizable between 500 and 800 horsepower. You can go further than that, depending on injector size and fuel pump size. But yeah, I mean, this is the most efficient way. A lot of people want the higher horsepower, want to put, you know, nitrous, whatever else. This handles that too. But it will pair with our CAN hub and do the transmission control. If you wanted to put, you know, I know the big rage these days, people doing overdrive transmissions and mix matching overdrive transmissions. So there's a lot of people putting GM transmission Ford, you know, they mix match them. But, you know, the Wildcard 2 will do that. It's totally customizable between different horsepower levels and, you know, platforms.
So I could do this and a 204R.
Oh, most definitely.
And they'll control all that.
So the 204R is basically, you know, you just have TV cable. And it would connect to the linkage on throttle body.
Or a 4LADE.
So 4LADE is electronic. So our quick draw, you know, transmission controller, all it would do is connect to the CAN hub, you know, put it behind the engine. There you go.
I like it. I think this is a very appealing thing to me. This is a single plane.
Yes.
Does this come in a dual plane, or is it only single plane?
Single plane only, because it's with fuel injection, the dual plane stuff. It kind of doesn't make any difference unless you're going way racing, like, you know. But you know, this stuff is, you know, with the injectors down close, the atomization of fuel down close to the cylinder. Makes a lot of sense.
That's always kind of been a notorious issue with doing a lot of people. When they're doing an EFI conversion, like a TBI conversion, if they're doing it on a lower rise dual plane intake manifold, a lot of people complain about drivability issue and fuel puddling issues and that kind of stuff. So a lot of times, the easiest way you could fix a lot of your EFI system is going to a single plane.
So we say ours works with both, just because the way our design is on the bottom of the throttle body with the EFI, the TBI systems. You know, I've seen people have great success, but you know, most of the time, if they want to run a dual plane, if they're worried about that, 1 inch spacer, fix it. If you ain't got the height, you know, just whatever works for your application.
Well, I think I need one of these for my application.
Most definitely. We can give you the hookup on it.
There you go, guys. Awesome capability. These guys are great. We've been working with you guys since basically the beginning of ACES, and we've had fantastic success with them. I have their kit in my AMX, which I've run for quite a long time. We've done multiple different customers' vehicles with their stuff as well. We're very happy with it, and I will probably be putting one of these very possibly on either our customer's 351 Windsor or maybe my 351 Windsor. We'll see. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Austin.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end this here. That's gonna be the end of day one. We're going to dinner. I'm gonna try to do daily videos.
Who videos at a convention?
In the middle of the aisle, by the way.
Yeah, in the middle of the road. Yes, I am. Fat guys make big dents.
Do you
Don't
want
run
a
over me.
BMW too?
Anyway, we're going to wrap this up here. That's going to be the end of day one. I will do my very best to include as much as I can tomorrow. There's a lot of this that involves... Well, hi. That was random. So there's a lot of this that involves that. Just running into random people. That's Morgan, by the way. She's the, I think, first... Hurricane inline 6 into the 8s, right? First into the 8s? Yes.
Yeah, did you want to do?
Yeah, first into the 8s. There you go. You never know who you're going to run into at PRI. Very much awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's fantastic. Pushing the brand new platform faster and faster.
That's what we're trying to do. We've been at it for 2 years. It's making it well north of 900, and we've been probably putting 100 passes on it. I mean, it's just taken all the abuse.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's been awesome.
Out of a platform that a whole bunch of people poo-pooed about.
Yeah, and they still are, even when they see it. But, I mean, you can't argue with the numbers.
Listen, it runs 8s in a big old truck.
Yeah, that's right. It's doing something right.
No kidding. No kidding. So there you go, guys. We're going to wrap it up. I'll follow back up with you tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We are a small town shop outside of Columbus. We do a lot of hot rods, race cars, that kind of stuff. And I also cover this thing. So if you enjoy it, great. Thanks for being here. Thanks for paying my bills. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.